Going from one table to a different version of that same table is sometimes called projecting the table. And select statements do exactly that. They take an existing table and pick out some of the columns and some of the rows. They can reorder the columns, and in fact, they can reorder the rows. So a select statement specifies its input using the from clause. So we already have select columns from table. But then a subset of the rows of the input can be selected using a where clause, where you describe a condition about the values in some of the columns of the table. And ordering over the remaining rows can be declared using an order by clause. And now we have a mechanism for picking which columns we want from a table, picking which rows we want, and selecting the order of the rows. What about the order of the columns? Well, that just depends on what order we write our expressions in the column descriptions at the beginning. Column descriptions determine how each row is projected into a result row, meaning which columns you keep and what you call them. So for example, if I select title, runtime, and genres from the titles table, where year equals 2025, order by runtime, I get the following. In this, I don't have a limit because I'm showing all of the rows that are kept by the where clause, which specifies that the year that the movie was released has to be 2025. These are not all of the movies released in 2025. They're just all the ones in our 1,000 movie dataset, which all had high ratings. The reason the rows show up in this particular order is because I wrote order by runtime, which goes from least to greatest. You can also specify that it's descending, and then it will go from greatest to least. It's important to realize that order by does not just order this column, but orders all of the rows. So it's still the case that How to Train Your Dragon is 125 minutes, just like it was before we ordered it, so the different parts of the row stay together.